Have you ever wondered how to maximize your savings and how to reach your financial freedom as quickly as possible? Today on Simply Money, we're going to look at 4 vital steps to reaching your financial freedom and maximizing your saving potential. Stay tuned. A lot of people are wondering, how can I reach financial freedom? How can I get to that point where I can no longer have to work? I can be work optional. How can I allow my money to work for me, generating passive income from my money that I have invested and it is now working for me, generating income at all times, allowing for me to choose what I want to do with my time and my energy. So the first vital step in maximizing your savings to achieve your financial freedom as quickly as possible is the emergency fund. See, the first thing we need to do prior to looking at investing is stopping the debt accumulation. And the best way to do that is to establish an emergency fund, because things are going to happen. And if we don't have cash available, we're going to accumulate debt, and then we're going to be using our money to pay other people's interest instead of our own. A lot of times we don't think about an emergency fund in an investment mentality, but it is very much the first and vital step in becoming an investor, setting up cash that is not used for anything other than unexpected expenses, so your investment can continue to compound and you don't accumulate debt. The emergency fund is vital. Warren Buffett says, do not save what is left, but spend what is left after saving. We need to make saving the priority. After we establish our emergency fund, saving should be our number one objective. Then we budget what's left for our spending. The second thing we need to do in order to become financially free and maximize our saving is to set up automatic savings plans. You can have it automatically deducted from your paycheck for your 401k or an HSA. You can also have your bank account set up to automatically transfer money into a high yield savings or other investment platforms such as an IRA. This sets you up for discipline and consistency in time in your favor. Because when you're consistent, that's where compounding impacts you. Because it's too easy to see the money in our bank and spend it. If we make paying ourselves the number one priority and set up an automatic savings plan, it moves out of our spending account into our investment account, and then we can leave it alone and let compounding do its magic. Now, the third thing we need to do is we need to decrease our spending and increase our income. Let's tackle the decreasing our spending first. There's been lots of videos on this. You can check out the channel for some of the others on reducing debt. Reducing your debt is a key to accumulating wealth. Reducing debt is key to your financial freedom, because in the future you will need less income, thus you'll need less save. This is step A toward your financial freedom. Reduce your debt, which is reducing your spending. Pay off your credit cards, pay off your student loans, pay off your automobiles, and then work diligently on paying off your mortgage. All that extra money is then invested. We have lots of videos on the channel as well about the snowball debt method, as well as the avalanche method, whether you're an emotional or a mathematical analytical person, to approach it the way that works best for you for your success. But you need to reduce spending. And if you don't have debt, look at ways of reducing frivolous spending. I'm not saying live with nothing. That's up to you. If you want to be one of these folks that saves 60% of their income and tries to be financially independent when they're 30 years old, go for it. But you have to choose what works for you. Most people like a balance. They want to look for a longer term opportunity to be financially free while enjoying life now. And the best way to do that is to reduce your debt and reduce frivolous spending, to spend now on things that bring joy and long-term experience memories. Assets like your home, not on things that are depreciating. Now, the second part of this is increasing your income. Now, there's lots of ways to do that, and we'll be doing a video shortly on ways to increase your income. In fact, I'll be sharing a video soon on my number one passive income stream. But for you, you need to decide what are some of the ways you're going to increase your income. It could be as simple as trying to find a higher paying job, or perhaps the job you're in, approaching your boss and seeing if you can negotiate negotiate a pay raise. Perhaps it's picking up overtime. Perhaps your current job is somewhat limited on what you can make and ways you can increase that. So you look for another way of making money on the side, whether it's doing side jobs or turning a hobby into an income stream. There are a lot of ways to increase your income in today's world with technology, with things like Uber, taking your hobby and turning it into an income stream. I've seen people who leave work and they drive for Uber for an hour or two. Or perhaps on the weekend they spend half a day mowing lawns. I know a person who enjoyed woodworking and they turned that hobby into a business stream of income. And they were making orders of particular items and shipping them, because with technology, your market is now worldwide. It doesn't have to be just at your local flea market or a storefront brick and mortar business. The world is your customer base now, with all the opportunities to sell online. So be creative, but find what you're passionate about so it doesn't become a burden and increase your income stream. So as you've reduced your debt, you've reduced your spending, and you've increased your income, now you have that even bigger gap of money to invest, shortening the time frame to when you will become financially free. Now the final piece toward maximizing your savings is taking advantage of compounding. We've done videos on the compounding power. Check out the video on the $1 million journey and see the different amounts of money you need to reach $1 million and how long each of those takes. The one example I want to use is a person investing $100 a month at an average of 7% return after inflation. In 47 years, they have $1 million, but they have only invested $53,000. So the full amount of that million, the majority of it, is from compound interest. Time is your best ally when it comes to making money and becoming wealthy. The earlier you start, the better off. The earlier you start, the less you actually have to put in toward your goal. Now, if you want to accelerate how long it takes you to become financially free, then you increase the amount that you're investing. These are 4 of the main steps you need to take to maximize your saving to reach financial freedom. What you have to understand is, as this snowball increase of compounding takes effect, you're also increasing the reinvestment power within that account. The exponential growth of your investments is incredible. You just need to be patient. When you first start out, you're not making a lot of headway. It feels like you're investing, and you're not seeing a lot of growth, because you're not. I've been watching a building nearby my house, and it took a year for them to do all the groundwork, all the foundational work, and you didn't see any progress. It was all under the ground. You weren't seeing it. Then all of a sudden, they began the upper levels. They began building the elevator shafts. They began putting up the steel frame, and it seems like now the growth is going faster and faster because it is being seen. It's just like a plant. You plant the seed and you don't see it. A lot of what's happening is under the ground. It's germinating. The roots are taking hold. It sprouts, and then it seems to grow faster and faster. This is very much like compounding. At the beginning, you don't see the growth. Think about one of your debts. Let's take your house, for example. If you have a $200,000 house and you have a 4% interest rate on that, the first payment you ever make, almost all of it goes to interest. See, compounding works the other way as well. Banks understand this. So what they've done is they've given you a loan for 30 years and they've flipped compounding on its head, and they begin getting the most at the beginning, and then the longer you pay, the less they get and the more you're paying toward your principal. This compounding is working against you. But if you're investing toward yourself, toward your own financial freedom, you're starting with the bigger payment and getting the smaller reward. But the longer you do that, then it crosses that threshold where the amount you're investing equals the amount you're earning. And then it begins to grow even faster. Because when you hit that threshold where the amount you're earning is equal to the amount you're investing, you are now doubling your money every time you invest. If I invest $100, when I hit that threshold where I'm now earning $100 a month, now I'm actually investing $200 a month, and then it grows. Think about it when you get to the point where now you're earning $200 a month for every 100 you're investing. you're tripling your money and it keeps growing. When I earn $1,000 a month off of my $100 a month investment, I'm tenfolding my investment power. That's when you start seeing the growth as you cross that threshold. Be patient. You will get there. Follow these 4 simple steps and you'll be on the road to financial freedom before you know it. If you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you subscribe, drop me a message that said you subscribed and I'll do my best to reply to each of you. I look forward to the next video and we'll see you next time on Simply Money.